Hey, welcome back to the Wellbeing Matters. If you're new here, I am Dr. Mary, a researcher, and I host a weekly nutrition classes here and also run consultation for community-based outreaches for nonprofit and other organizations. So today I want to share more about some new findings that we have. I know we got the recent guideline for GLP-1 on obesity treatment or management across the globe. But today we'll focus more on even the US community, especially for the dietary risk factors that is leading to diet-related disease here in the United States. If you want to know that unhealthy diet tops the list of the 10 leading chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, even hypertension, among us all. And good nutrition is not just vital for you, it is vital for kids, vital for even your infants while breastfeeding, children, and even all age groups. So that is why you see me here talking about nutrition and how it pertains to you, especially a person-centered approach to sustain not just your dietary changes, but a lifestyle for your health. To achieve your healthy goals. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking more about how your nutrition should help you achieve your goals. And there are some recent findings now, even from randomized controlled trial. I know there was one done by Kevin Hall. He once worked with the NIH and he looked at ultra-processed food. But for today, I'm going to talk more about small changes that can help you in removing some unhealthy habits, eating ultra-processed foods. So let's dive into it. So first, if you want to meet a reasonable target for changes in your healthy dietary lifestyle, one, ensure that you have fruits and vegetable at your disposal, like increase the food environment of healthy foods in your home, and when I mean exposure, have it on places that in your offices, at home, in your kitchen, like on the kitchen table, have a basket of fruits, like your apples, bananas. Try to increase your exposure, seeing them every day. For me, I actually put like a wall frame of different fruits in my kitchen. So even when I'm so stressed after the work of the day and I want to just snap off of something quick, I look at those frames, I'm like, have I had fruit today? Okay, I can grab one fruit to eat. So increasing that exposure in your food environment, like at home or even at offices, it kind of help you to remember to eat. There's this psychology of the more you see something, the more it sticks to you that, or you remind yourself of, I need to get this done, or I need to eat this. So also, if you know that, you don't have the opportunity to always go to the grocery store, maybe food access issue, or you are so busy with work, you can also buy frozen fruit and veggies and use them for smoothies. It's a very good one that you can actually include frozen fruits in your breakfast cereals, and also just replace one meal of the day with a serving of fruit. That is a good step in the right direction for you. And also, I would try to say that if you're someone that struggles with chips, crackers on the go, maybe you're snacking, just try and replace that with maybe a vegetable, maybe carrots or apples with peanut butter if you're not allergic. That really helps me. And I'm sharing this today in a way to ensure that ultra-processed food is fizzing out of your meals. We can't totally say we are not going to eat foods that are processed, no, but reducing the intake frequency also helps because skipping meals is not good, but also if you're denying yourself of something you really want, you feel guilty. And when you have food guilt or you have a food noise, there's a new term called food noise. I'll get into that. Then, you are not clear about what to do, and clarity is important even while trying to change your diet or lifestyle. So another, tip I'm going to share is also decrease using, fatty ingredients. When I mean fatty ingredients, when we prepare meals, if you from an African origin, I'm Nigerian, and what we do is that when we are seasoning our food, we either use bouillon cubes or you try to get meat stock. Is it that chicken stock or goat meat stock? Because it kind of helps the flavor of the food we are preparing. So most of this meat stock, if you put them in the freezer, you see the fatty layer on top. So that is a good example to reduce the fat intake. If you even want to use a meat stock, you can ensure that you remove that fatty layer. I'm not even talking about lean meat or buying chicken without the skin on it. I'm talking about even the little stock we make from this meat. They have fat in them. So you have to think of easy replacement. What about seasoning food? Oh, I want my food to have a good taste, a good flavor. You can add homemade seasonings, spices, herbs and spices. You can have curry, you can have paprika, you can have rosemary, the different herbs depending on your preferences. I go with thyme, curry, bay leaf and ginger most of the time. When I'm seasoning my beef or I'm seasoning some meat for grilling, I use herbs and spices. Or if you're cool with seafood, crayfish is there, like the blended crayfish or prawn, the dry ones. I add it to my meals, beans, and even my jollof rice. So those easy replacement really helps. And research has shown that the higher you eat herbs and spices, it also helps to reduce your sodium intake. In the US now, we are battling with increased sodium intake. I know the daily limit for sodium intake should be about 2300 mg daily, but even with the food we buy from restaurants, fast food, they have enough salt in them. So most time we eat over that mark of recommendation of 2300 mg of sodium intake. But how to reduce that is use more herbs and spices to get flavor and taste for your food. Also, easily replace eating sugary or sweetened drinks. When I mean sugary or drinking sweetened beverages and eating sweetened cakes or desserts, replace it with fruits. Today's talk is about how to reduce ultra-processed food in our food. There's a lot of media coverage on ultra-processed food is bad, but how can we get it out of our daily dietary pattern? That is what we're looking at. Just identify, today, I know I easily grab a can of soda, and that's a sweetened beverage. What about reducing that to maybe twice a week instead of every day? That is an ultra-processed food with the caffeine intake and everything. I know it's cold. We need maybe coffee or chocolate. But even reducing the intake of sugar-sweetened drinks to maybe 2 or 3 in a week, replace it with water or fruits-flavored water. Like flavored water, you can get the one in the store, but think about it, that's also ultra-processed. But you can make your flavored water, put citrus, put strawberry, and let that infuse into the water and drink, So the highlight of this conversation today is that ultra-processed food is bad, but we have to replace it gradually to achieve that health goal. You can't keep talking about the problem and not thinking about the solution. And that's what we're saying. So another way to reduce ultra-processed food in your meal is that you ensure to have a healthy replacement in what you put in your meals. When you are preparing meals, do you just buy packaged food and eat? So how can we ensure that we have cooked meal, cooked meal at home? I know people are like, I'm fine with what I buy. Even grocery shopping and prepping, I don't have time for that. But what can you do? I think one is that ensure that you plan ahead, bulk buy the ingredients, and then replace with a natural or close to the head food. Close to the head. What do you cook at home? Have in your pantry some staples, even if it's just whole grains, like rice. How many people eat brown rice? I don't like it anyways. But one thing I do is I eat whole grain pasta instead of rice. I know that's made from wheat, which we use in our bread, but whole grain rice, such as brown rice, or you also eat couscous. I know people in the Middle East a lot of couscous. Also, you can eat some millet-based cereal now, and I mean cereal like they are processed, but it has not been processed in the way that it removes the B vitamins or brown layer, and we can't categorize them as ultra processed food, just to ensure that you had some veggies, mixed vegetables to eat a good meal, and you can meal prep them, put them in your freezer, that you just need to put them in the fridge overnight to thaw before the next day for meal, for serving your meal for yourself or your family. Another thing I do is that for each meal, I try to have a vegetable that accompanies that. And that way, you get fuller on time. I mean, those hormones that make you feel I'm hungry, leptin and the likes, are a bit inhibited or reduced in you. And so you're not craving snacks, because when we don't eat consistently or you skip meals throughout the day, you tend to overeat. And you also want to make up for the food you've missed, and then you're looking for the quickest meal to eat. So another tip for you is that just have your meal plan, have staple ingredients that are less ultra-processed, not packaged casseroles. And I mean packaged casseroles, like just the frozen one, you bring them out and just put them in the microwave or oven, because they're all made. That one has been cooked, preserved, and ready to eat. So it's ultra processed because you have little work to do, and they preserved a lot of ingredients just for you to eat it. So mind you, that casserole, that frozen meal, adds a lot of additives and things that might be carcinogenic. I use the word might be carcinogenic. Check your food labels. Anyways, so like I mentioned, ingredients in packaged foods cannot be trusted. Even though we have some healthy alternatives, it's better you prep your food, keep them in the freezer, just find a weekend and do that, and plan ahead for yourself. Also, one thing I would say is that, do you trust restaurants and fast food you eat? I mean, I go out on dates, I have a family, I go out with friends. You can limit going out to eat fast food or restaurant chains to maybe once a month. That's also a very good tip to reduce your intake of ultra-processed food. I've mentioned replacing sugar, sweetened beverages, replacing sweetened cakes, fruits with fruit and vegetables daily, and also for easy access, and also to reduce maybe waste. If you are so busy in terms of going to the store weekly, you can also take frozen fruits or veggies. They really help, especially if you are making smoothie or for your breakfast cereal. You can easily add frozen strawberry or frozen grapes, berries into your meal. That will help. So on today's episode on ultra-processed food and how to have sustainable daily routine to reduce intake of ultra-processed food, we need to be sure that we are having a dietary lifestyle pattern that reduces our risks of being susceptible to chronic diseases. Like the top leading causes of death in the United States are diet-related diseases, and unhealthy foods, unhealthy dietary intake top the list of those risks of those 10 diseases. So you want to be so conscious about what you feed into your body. I know what we also use on our body, on our skin matters, and skincare is a big thing now. Yeah, everybody wants to look good, smell good, but eat good. If you eat well, it will also show in your skin. I mean, eat moisture-rich fruits and vegetables every day. You will see the effects, the impact on your skin, but not just about skin, about your health, about maintaining longevity, and also trying to live a healthy life, not just for yourself, but for your family, for your loved ones. And trust me, health investment is a big deal. We talk about saving up for retirement, saving up for your college kids, 529 account, but save up for yourself. Save nutrient stores for your body to thrive. And next week, I will continue on some new findings on how ultra-processed foods have been linked to increase incidences of diabetes. And also, we'll be wrapping up for the year on the Wellbeing Matters next Friday. Please watch out for that, and season greetings to you and your family. If you want to join my exclusive community, we have it on a virtual platform. You can click the link in my bio in the description, Coach with Dr. Mary, and I'll see you on the platform. But till next time, please reduce ultra-processed food in your meals and ensure that your nutrient stores is kept up optimal. Take care and stay well. Bye.